give you a clue. Something's missing. Well, for whatever reason, the video where I blabbed on for 2 minutes about changes in radiator didn't work. All the other ones do, so this will be included in there. This is basically the old radiator, the old copper version. It did get pinched off and soldered when I had one leak, and then got pressure tested. And I had a small leak over here. The guy told me it pressure tested just fine, and then that leak slowly got worse. The issue with those thin copper fins is it sort of has a lifespan. Has the original IH badge on there, which is kind of cool. But the copper eventually just wears so thin that you're going to start getting pinhole leaks all over, just due to, you know, the nature of the beast. Water is the universal solvent, and so basically I decided to change it over. I mentioned this, I think, last winter. My temporary, trail fixes of some JB Weld on that one held out for longer than it probably should have. And initially I wanted to pick up another copper radiator. Well, the problem is the precious metal of copper is through the roof, and it's almost $600 per radiator for a Scout. The aluminums weren't that much cheaper. They're a little bit more custom build. I'll try to insert some pictures since it's already in the vehicle. You can't really see it, but it looks a little different because you have to weld aluminum instead of just braze it like the copper. And luckily one of the IH guys had a big enough run, it looked like, from a company that they were able to get the price down for the aluminum at least to $400. So that's what we went with. And I will insert more pictures, but here's the old and busted, and on to new hotness. Well, you have to forgive me for the wind noise, but kind of pressure washed a little bit. It's a little bit cleaner in there anyway. The places without oil, they're probably going to rust, so I'll have to squirt some paint on there. But got the radiator in there. I know this isn't really focusing, but the isolation bushings, so kind of a rubber grommet, they use a hex Allen hardware on there. The only issue I had was all of my, I guess, Allen wrenches, no matter what I had, didn't have enough clearance in front of the steering box to get that one down there. So what I resorted to doing was I pulled out my Allen socket set, and I have these 3-piece socket cap set from Craftsman, and it's just a piece that fits into the socket, whichever piece you're using, and that allowed me to use a flat piece right there. If you look at the clearance difference between an actual socket, it's going to put it way up there. This is a little bit shallower by using a 9/16 wrench with that cap. Anyway, I don't know if any of you care, but if any Scout guys are putting these in, on the Scout 2 with power steering down there, that was one issue I had. We're going to fill it up with the green stuff and see if anything leaks. One thing you may notice is the filler cap is curved, which makes it a little bit easier. Obviously I took the hood off to make the whole install. Anytime you're dealing with radiators, it's a little bit easier, but it is kind of a neat feature. One other clearance issue I had was because that's angled down, your overflow valve almost runs into your front radiator support here. It's a very tight fit to get that in there, so hopefully I won't have any issues later. Middle of nowhere, and we're holding basically 190, which is just fine, just where it used to hold, not any cooler. Can't really run cooler than 190 because my thermostat doesn't even open until 180. So it was just an issue with the copper radiators. They just start getting thin after a while, and we'll just develop little pinhole leaks no matter how you fix them. So anyway, she's all running good. I'm gonna get back to the trail.